Hello everyone, I'm back again. We're jumping into a slightly later stream. Probably should have just done this one to begin with, as this is what I had planned. But it didn't turn out that way. I apologize for the earlier streams, but we're gonna hop into a tried and true classic one. 60 seconds reatomized. We're doing a little bit of an achievement hunting today. So we'll see what happens. We'll begin with Ted this evening. Oh boy. Let's hope this doesn't turn into one of those super long ones again where it's just Dolores. Come, my son. Alright, made it. Barely made it, oh my god. Actually, that wasn't barely. But I got enough food, but I don't think I have enough water. Let's see what happens. I only grabbed like 2 things of water. This might be very bad. Oh, I got 4. Alright. Sweet. This is pretty well stocked, except for a medical case. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. And remember, hearing canned soup is healthy for you. Our shelter used to be fully stocked, but somehow we always found a better use for the supplies, instead of leaving them for an emergency. Once we had a soup dinner party. Another time we needed the rifle to help our neighborhood watch in a vicious fight against raccoons. Luckily, some of the supplies were left untouched. 1 radio. Well, looky here. One of us must have hid inside the suitcase a while ago. It was lucky we took that suitcase. Plus 1 map. I need both of those to get rescued by the people. The military. Shelves are full of cans. There's barely enough water. I don't need to feed anyone yet. How about that lake we've been going to for the past 2 years? It would be good to find ourselves there, far away from all the madness. Swim a little, maybe take a boat ride, even if the whole place turned into Adamsville. Day 2. Looking a little scruffy, Ted. As long as we're safe, we can stay down here. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though world has gone to a crappy place. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Dolores is doing quite well, or at least she just can't find anything to complain about today. Like the good scout he is, Timmy's making the best of his situation. He even seems cheerful. If I was in that situation, I would be a level of excited to know that the world has just changed, but really sad to know it will never go back. The world is contaminated outside, but we gotta send someone out. I don't have enough people to keep them all in here with enough food and water. There's nothing more annoying than silence, and that's what we're getting from the radio. No music, no talk, nothing. Is there anything we can do with the radio to make it work again? We sure know staring at it won't help. Nope, because you're just gonna break it. Day 3. We're sure they're experiencing technical issues. Yes, that's it. Everything will be just fine. Oh, looks like they're getting hungry and thirsty. No, don't. Not yet. Send out Mary Jane with the suitcase and the gas mask. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Yeah, they all got dehydration. Alright. What was that? A rat is usually smaller than that. With the double tail. Don't let it at our supplies. Yeah, we can't let it get to the supplies. If there was a rat that size, I wouldn't want to swing at it with an axe, because then that's just going to be gross, man. It is going to be so gross. Our cans are saved. Too bad for the mutant Harry. Harry mutant. Got that backwards. Yes, we're still on top of the food chain. Good for us. They're no longer thirsty. Hello, everyone. Dolores has not been talkative today. Let's see what's wrong. Don't make it worse, Ted. Talking to Dolores helped resolve some of her issues and doubts. She feels better now. This is insane. We keep finding spiders everywhere. They're in our soup. They're in our water. We swear some of them keep coming back, and they're bigger every time we see them. It can't go on like this. We have to wage war on these spiders. I have nothing to hit them with. If I'd grabbed bug spray, that might have helped. Luckily, none of them are sick yet. We decided we could get rid of those spiders with our bare hands, feet, and whatever other body part we could use for lethal anti-spider attacks. Unfortunately, we've underestimated their chances. They're really fast. All we achieved was getting tired. Maybe we'll have more luck next time. Looks like he's thirsty. Yep, they're all thirsty. One more day. 1 or 2 more days. Our hideout was approached by a man we didn't know. He claimed he used to be an accountant, but now he survives as a trader and a gambler. Yeah, I don't have anything I want to trade you, sir. It's a very low chance of winning. And I don't think you get much for doing so. Gambling is a terrible habit. What kind of example is that to set to the kids? We need supplies, but we're not getting them like that. We'd sooner rob someone. We sent that man away. Good riddance. Ted looks like he's got 1 foot in the grave. Is there anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation? It's our government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. We're good citizens. We've been paying our taxes regularly, so we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except for that one time when we... Never mind. The government people are coming, and we should keep our ears and eyes open for any sign from them. We knew it. The government had not fallen, and they're coming to save us. They didn't give exact dates in their radio transmissions, but we're sure they won't keep us waiting long. They said we'll be in touch in a couple of days and told us to wait further instructions. Guess what? We've already got ourselves our very own Fallout garden. We've got a bunch of mushrooms growing in one of the walls. They're big enough to be eaten. I don't need to eat them right now, and there's a chance they'll make me sick. So I'll skip it for now. You may be hungry, but there are some things we just will never eat. Wall fungus is one of them. I'm starting to get worried that Mary Jane isn't coming back. It's been a while. We don't know much what's going on the surface. If only we had a chance to tune into some emergency broadcast and learn a thing or two. Yeah, let's try not to break it. Oh, she's back! But we lost the suitcase but gained some water. And a flashlight. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into the government emergency broadcast service. And guess what? Great news! The fallout outside is mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. We're not about to give up and come back empty-handed to the shelter when we ran into a church. And we were about to give up. It looked peaceful enough, save for an unexploded atomic bomb stuck in the church tower. A sizable group of people were busy praying to the bomb, chanting something about holy fission. That, I believe, is a Fallout 3 reference to the children of Adam. The cult decided let's see, those nice people gave us some canned soup. They say they don't like the taste of it. Now we're certain they're mysterious. What was that? I just got some sort of alert. Oh, sorry. Cultists decide they won't be needing any holy water. We did a bit of miracle work and turned empty wine bottles into quite full water bottles. Plus two. One of the beds with the surviving church quarters was filled with quite a few treasures. Namely a flashlight and a collection of books about evolution. We took the flashlight. Darn it, we really like that suitcase. Well, it's gone now. Our gas mask was also damaged. They spotted us vehicle down the road. It was too dark. She's hungry and tired. Well, darn it. Today we met a bunch of people dressed in what looked like Halloween doctor outfits. They claimed to be a field hospital moving from place to place, attempting to help those hurt by the hazard of the wasteland. Their problem is some of their supplies got eaten. I don't have the water to spare, otherwise I would. Think they're real doctors, but in just the case, we forgot to get rid of them quickly before they could start charging us for a home visit. Mary Jane is still tired. She's still hungry, too. Ooh, she's gonna eat me out of house and home. Timmy, you're on your own. Mary Jane broke all the supplies. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know when he'll do if he doesn't come back. There's never a good time to go out into the radioactive wasteland, but it seems it become necessity in the new world of ours. We thought it would be a good idea to make this happen sooner rather than later and plan a trip outside. Before we can make a third step beyond the shelter doors, an unknown creature started growling. I believe this is Pancake. We decided to check what's coming for us. With our flashlight. Guess what? It was a dog. The poor thing seemed tired, so we let it stay with us for the night. The next morning, we opened the door. Come on. What is this doing? There it goes. The poor thing seemed tired, so we let it stay with us for the night. The next morning, we opened the door to let it out. It still hasn't returned. Hopefully, it will come back later. Mary Jane is still tired. Let's give her some time to recover. Mary Jane is no longer hungry. We'll wait one more day. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon. We'll send Mary Jane. She's already tired. I hear a knock, knock, knocking at my door. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from the nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Mary Jane seems sleepy all the time. She has no energy for anything. Mary Jane keeps fainting. Ah, they need water. During our last expedition, we ran into a smelly man in torn up clothes. We recognized him as an old bum named Jim who used to roam the streets of our town. Before the bound fell, now he roams the wasteland. Looks like he followed us home. Now he's banging on the door asking if we want to buy a rock. Sure, I'll buy a rock. I've never said no to him. So far, he's never done anything wrong. Rocks, we love rocks. Mary Jane used to have a sizable collection of minerals, and we were all really fond of it. Even the simplest radioactive rock is a good start for a new collection. The one we chose was really pretty, and Jim didn't even want anything in return. He told us it brings us luck, and that we should cherish it. Seems like things are really going our way today. She's just tired. Every new smell attacks our nose. In this small shelter, instantly there's not much we can miss. So when a single brick fell out from a wall, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. I'm not going to look in the hole. That is a bad idea. We decided to ignore the hole. The stench, if anything, that might happen because of it. We've taken enough risks already. We ended up feeling a bit unwell, and later on we heard something moving in the hole. A few hours after that, the smell was gone. Mary Jane is still tired. Let's give her some time to recover. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. Dolores is fine and well. The last thing we expected to hear while sitting in a fallout shelter was a trumpet. It was played by someone who clearly is not a trumpet player, and who had probably never heard a trumpet player in his entire life. He came with a friend who knocked on the door and demanded that we let the merry men enter. No. I believe they would steal my radio if I did so. We didn't answer those peculiar calls and kept the door locked until the noises faded away. We're not exactly sure what those people come back to, that we want those people to come back. They sounded harmless enough, but can harmless people be trusted in these troubled times? They might be worse than those who don't seem harmless at all. Oh, I thought it said Mary Jane is under the weather. Like, did she get hurt? Did she get sick already? Another broadcast from the military. Ah, I don't have it. Playing cards. The military wants me to leave something to mark my location. Alright, Timmy came back, and he's not dead. We were afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. Who would have thought wooden furniture could be so durable? In the ruins of one of the town's buildings, we saw a desk and several bookshelves. We soon realized that these are the remains of the local public library. So we went between the rubble to investigate. Under the librarian's table, we found a lunchbox and some food in it. We wondered what could have possibly prevented her from eating her lunch. The collapsed ceiling might have taken her appetite away. Plus one canned soup. The sturdy bookshelf protected some of the books from incineration. We ditched the great American novels and other classics and went straight for the Scout Handbook. The vehicle down the street looked like someone's work in progress. We observed it from afar. Who could be the owner? Who could the owner be? We've kept our distance for the time being, but we really might want to take a closer look in the future. This could potentially be our ticket out of here. Ted looks like he's got one foot in the grave. Barking at our doorstep can only mean one thing. It's the dog. I've got enough food for him. Hopefully. Timmy is very hungry. We're gonna send Ted out. No, Dolores. She's the good luck charm. insane person is highly unpredictable. What's the point of putting X's? Dolores is on her way to the surface. Timmy is very hungry. Probably should have actually sent Mary Jane again. You wouldn't expect the post-apocalyptic to be a time of peace and quiet. You know, most of the people aren't around anymore. Yet here we have at our doorstep. When we opened it, we encountered a strange-looking man in a blue jumpsuit. Yep, that's another Fallout reference. Woo! I believe it's a Fallout 1 reference. We were sorry to explain we didn't know what a water chip was and we didn't offer one. We didn't have one. He thanked us in a few short words and left. A sleazy looking traitor. No! I do not appreciate that man. All he'll do is give me the cat. Our grandparents told us to never buy anything sight unseen, and we're not about to start. Gone are the times of the yard sales. We can manage without whatever junk in that mysterious bag. We're about to finish our dinner, if you can call it that, when I heard a knocking on the door. It seemed to be a trader who's very interested in ammunition. If I don't give him ammunition, he actually just takes the checkerboard and leaves. So I'd like to keep the checkerboard. You could tell the stranger was disappointed, but that was none of our business. Alright, everyone's fine except Timmy, who's just tired. And Dolores, who's outside. A young lady dressed in white has visited us today, requesting our aid. Wasting no time, she laid out a plan of what she said is a bandit camp where she claims her twin brother is being held. We'll send Ted. I haven't lost anyone to this before. Oh, we ain't looking so great. Fatigued. The woman quickly called a group of friends and we set out for what turned out to be a successful mission. Finding the lost twin brother wasn't a problem. He was hanging on top of some antenna next to a fence, trying to escape. In his duel with a bandit leader, he lost a hand, but the group quickly tended to his injuries, and he'll be just fine. The siblings thanked us 100 times and said they would be definitely contacted us again. Ted is fatigued. They're all tired. You're hungry, too bad. Gotta give her something. Some door-to-door salesman found his way to our shelter. We remember him from before the apocalypse. He came over with a bunch of leaflets. Oh, yeah. The Astro Citizens thing. No! He gives me no real information. If I'm going too fast in any of these, just tell me to slow down. You drink, you eat something, is fatigued. But wait one more day. Pancake came back today, very agitated about something. He really wanted us to follow him. Don't take the gun. I've taken the axe. I haven't taken the map before. Dolores came back and she pulled through big time. Wow! As we prepared a hike, a well-prepared hike always takes a map. That's what we always say. Thanks to our trusty atlas, we were able to take a look at the devastation of our town and get back home, or rather our shelter, just in time for dinner. Pancake tagged along for a while, but left before we got to the bunker. Before we got back, we were able to take a detour and get some cans locked in a car. Good thing we did some reading about car mechanics in the Scout Handbook. Plus 3 cans. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. For all our daily bread and butter needs, we always went to the small store next to the barber's. They had the most amazing clerk who always asked us to come again. We found it intact. The most food on the shelves was outdated and rotten. A lot of eggs were smashed on the floor. Guess what? Soup cans don't expire until 2015. It's 2021. Plus 4 cans. We found a shelf with a big sign that read everything for 99 cents. What? 0.90? The only thing left were bottles of water. Huh, expensive. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Is it $99? There was a restroom in the back. Inside we found a dead body next to a first aid box. Guess it didn't help. Our little trip to the surface might have been spotted and followed. We should be more careful next time. They're all hungry and thirsty. Today was an exciting day for Ted. All of a sudden he found car keys in his back pocket. He's been sitting on them this whole time. Anyway, it got him reminiscing about his favorite automobile, and now he's worried about it being parked up for too long. Something tells us it's the least of our troubles at this moment. Ted seems really eager to go out and turn the engine over. If I do that, there's a very good chance it'll explode. Go ahead. I have a first aid kit, I can heal him. Since Ted doesn't remember where he last parked the car, he could take a while. Hopefully he's back soon with good news. If the car still works, maybe we could all get out of here and drive somewhere safer. Ted left for the surface. Dolores would something to eat. Hungry, tired, and fatigued. Hungry, tired, and fatigued. The army's on the radio again. Yeah, I still need a deck of cards. We're gonna send Mary Jane to the surface. Oh darn it, now she's fatigued. Darn it, we missed our chance to let the military know where we are. It's a good bet that they will be back soon. Get back to us again, but when will that be? Mary Jane is pretty fatigued. Should probably wait. It wasn't a hallucination. There really was a tank down the street. The vehicle was armored with metal grills, decorated with American flags and banners, and fitted with a real heavy machine gun. It even had a caterpillar track. All this magnificent beast need is a driver and some fuel. I've got enough soup cans for it. Panzer! The end! Our dreams have finally come true. No more waiting for rescue. No more rotting in this tiny bunker. We're out of here. So long, suckers. Whoever finds this shelter can keep it. We're embarking on the post-apocalyptic journey of our lives. We don't know where we'll end up. Anywhere would be fine as long as it's far away from this hellhole. -5 cans of soup. Await further instructions. I've been working on that for days. Actually, longer than days. Jeez. Drink. Haha! There it goes. I win. Finally, I win. Oh my God! Do I have a thing for this? I think I have a thing for this. I win! Woo! If I could raise my arms, I would. This is awesome. Woo! I can sit here and do this. I win! Okay, that's a little too much. Slow it down. Oh, man, now I gotta clean that all up. Oh, jeez. The smoke was so much better for that. Well, I think I'm gonna call it here on that then. This has been a lovely evening. Thank you, everyone who showed up. I'm gonna call it here, though. Yep. Have a great night, and good luck with your games.